children, welcome to my class. In this class, we will learn what are spherical mirrors and what are the various terms related to spherical mirrors. See, in your previous classes, you studied what is meant by reflection, what are the laws of reflection. So, you also studied that reflection is a phenomena of rebouncing of light when it falls on the surfaces, smooth surfaces. In this class, you will learn the reflection of light on curved surfaces or spherical surfaces. Look here, this is a halosphere. This is a halosphere. So, this halosphere has the center C. I have taken a portion of this halosphere. This serves as the reflecting surface. The other portion of this mirror is silver painted. Next, here also you observe this one. This is also a part of the halosphere, but it is curved inside. It is curved inside. Other portion is silver painted. So this curved inside portion serves as the reflecting surface. So this is known as what we call it a concave mirror. So children, these two, this convex portion and concave portion are the parts of this spherical mirror. So already you studied what is a mirror. Mirror is any substance which reflects the light when it falls on it is known as what we call it mirror. So if the reflecting surface is a part of a plane, so they are known as spherical mirrors or curved surfaces. See this one. Now we will learn various terms related to curved surfaces or curved mirrors or spherical mirrors. Let us learn the various terms related to spherical mirrors or curved surfaces. You observe that one. This is a sphere. You observe this one. This is a sphere. So the center of the sphere is the center of this curved surface. See, you observe this one. You observe this portion. I have taken a portion of this sphere. Okay, this is bulged outward. Bulged outward. This portion is silver painted. Observe this one. So if the reflecting surface is bulged outwards, and the other portion of the mirror is silver painted, this is known as what we call it convex mirror. What we call it convex mirror. So this convex mirror center is here. See this one. So how can we define center of curvature? The center of curvature is defined as the center of the sphere of which mirror is a part. Mirror is a part because you have taken this portion of this mirror from the halosphere. So the center of the sphere of which mirror is a part is known as what we call it center of curvature and is denoted by C. Observe this one, children. Look here. This is also a portion of this halosphere. Observe this one. Portion of the halosphere. Now this is curved inward. This curved inward portion serves as the reflecting surface. Reflecting surface. So it is known as what we call it concave mirror. What we call it concave mirror. Next, one more important thing. These two portions might be the concave or the convex. They have their geometric midpoints. Geometric midpoints. Observe this one. So the geometric midpoint of the concave mirror or the convex mirror are known as what we call it a pole. So how can we define? Pole is nothing but the geometric midpoint of the portion of the sphere of which you have considered maybe the concave mirror or maybe the convex mirror. Okay children, are you clear about that one? Center of curvature and pole. Now listen to me. One more thing. See this one. The distance between the center and the pole. Center and the pole. We also call it as the vertex. The distance between center and the pole or any point on the circumference of the curved surface is known as radius of curvature. Look here, radius of curvature, and is denoted by r. So the distance between the center and the pole or any point on the circumference of the mirror is called radius of curvature and is denoted by r and is measured in centimeters. So PC is equal to the distance between pole and center of curvature. Pole and center of curvature is known as what we call it, radius of curvature. Children, you observe this line. This line is passing through the center and pole. Center and pole. So the line which passes through the center and pole of the spherical mirror is considered as what we call it, principal axis. What is this? This line is known as principal axis. So it always passes through center of curvature and pole of the mirror, maybe the convex or maybe the concave. Now you observe this one. If you observe this carefully, this is concave surface. This is the concave surface because the reflection of light is taking place, okay, on the inner surface which is bent inward. The outer surface is silver painted, that is polished surface. So only this portion serves as the reflecting surface. All the light rays which are coming from distant object or nearby object, whatever it may be, here I have taken the light rays that are coming from the distance object. You observe this one. These are the rays coming from the distance objects. These light rays, when fall on the concave surface, after reflection, they meet at a point. This point of convergence. Why I am saying convergence? All the rays are meeting at this particular point on the principal axis. This particular point on which the reflected rays meet is known as what we call it, focus. And is denoted by F. So the distance between pole and focus is nothing but focal length. I will define it later. Now, are you clear about that one? So, what is principal axis? An imaginary line which passes through the center of curvature and pole of the curved mirror. Maybe the convex or maybe the concave, whatever it may be. But here, for the sake of your understanding, I have taken the concave surface. All the light rays which falls on the concave surface after reflection meet at this point on the principal axis. This particular point is known as focus and is denoted by capital F. Okay, are you clear about that one? Children, let us consider this convex mirror. Why I am saying this convex mirror? This is bulged outward. This bulged outward surface serves as the reflecting surface, and the other portion is silver painted or polished. Now, so what is convex mirror? If the reflecting surface is bulged outward, then the mirror is called convex mirror. It is also known as what we call it, a diverging mirror. Diverging. Why? After reflection, the light rays diverges. They diverges means they move away. They won't meet. The reflected rays won't meet in the case of convex mirror. Then how do you get the image? You will get the image by extending the reflected rays in the backward direction. So here the image of this object is formed on the principal axis on the other side of the convex mirror. So this is what we call it. What type of image is it? It is a virtual image. We will learn all these things in our next class while discussing about ray diagrams and the nature of the images. So this convex mirror always gives the virtual image. What type of image is formed? Virtual image, because all the light rays gets reflected and they are diverged. They are diverged. Next, come to this point. So, the point of divergence or convergence of reflecting rays on the principal axis is called, what we call it? Focus. This is the focus. This is the focus. Here, see this one. Here it is a focus for concave lens, concave mirror, and here it is the focus for convex mirror, because the reflected rays meet by extending them in the backward direction. So it always gives the imaginary image, that is virtual image is formed. Virtual image is formed. You can see it, but you cannot catch it on the paper. Are you clear? In the case of concave mirror, see, all the light rays converge after reflection. So it always gives the real image. You have to remember that thing. We will discuss all these things in detail. So how can we define focus? The point of divergence or convergence of the reflecting rays on the principal axis is called focus and is denoted by capital F. Now see this one. The distance between the pole and this focus is known as, what we call it? Focal length. Focal length. So what is focal length? The distance between the pole and focus is called focal length and is denoted by, what is that? Small f. It is measured in centimeters. So the distance between pole and focus is known as, what we call it? Focal length. Okay, children, are you clear about that one? So we discussed about what are spherical mirrors and what are the various terms related to spherical mirrors. So what is a spherical mirror or curved surface? If the reflecting surface is a part of a sphere, they are mainly divided into two types. One is the concave mirror, another one is the convex mirror. So concave mirror always gives real image. So all the light rays converge at a point after reflection, whereas convex mirror always gives the virtual image. So you cannot catch it on the paper, but you can see it because all the reflected rays diverge after reflection. Are you clear about that one? Thank you, children. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel. Okay, so you follow my channel for next upload. Thank you, children. If you have any doubt, feel free to clarify your doubts. Okay, you may mail to my mail address. Thank you, children.